Hi, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's Mary, and I've been on vacation. Now I'm back, and I'm trying to catch up on stuff. So, did you guys realize that season 5 of Love During Lockup premiered this past Friday, the 19th? And did you guys realize that I already did my recap last night on 420? Have I mentioned that yesterday was 420? If I haven't, I'm going to mention it again.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
speaking of love during lockup, one of the couples that made it through all 3 cycles, love during, love after, and life after, was Britney and Kerok. Okay. And
Okay.
speaking of love during, okay, that's where we met Britney. Okay. And it was basically focused on Britney because Kerok was still incarcerated. Okay. So Brittany
Okay.
was living with Kirok's family, and she had his friend DB keeping an eye on her. Do you guys remember EB, Kirok's friend from the first season of Love During Lockup?
Yeah.
So anyway, Kirok, when he came out in Love After Lockup, suddenly EB was gone. So anyway, I know I'm rambling, guys. So this is where this young man on my left comes in. His name is Cloud, and
Mhm.
he knows Kerok, Brittany, EB, and a bunch of other people. Okay, so hi, Cloud. Thank you for joining me, first of all.
Hey, how you doing, Kiki?
It's a pleasure to meet you. Okay,
Uh, yeah, same to
so
you. Thank you for having me.
we're going to get into your background a little bit. Okay, how
Okay.
long did you serve in prison?
Um, I served almost 17 years in prison.
Okay, and what were your charges?
I was charged with robbery, abduction, and 3 firearms.
Okay, so this is where you met Kerok, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what was your friendship like with Kerok behind bars? Was it like
My
a
friend,
brother relationship? Were you like a big brother to him, or
I absolutely, definitely a big brother to him. Not trying to undermine him at all, because he's a grown man. My experience with Key Rock being incarcerated, he always, for some reason, had a thirst for knowledge, which attracted me to him in a sense, because I'm a little older than him, and he always was very like optimistic. So like for you to have someone that's still smiling, like going through a hard time while being incarcerated, it says a lot, because it's very rare that you see people smiling in prison. So for some reason he still had that energetic energy, you know what I mean? And the same with me, for to have to do all that time. For some reason, not some reason, by the grace of God, I never turned sour, and I always kept a smile on my face as well. So
right?
that's one of the things that I remember the most about him, and that's what kind of like drew me to him, and that's how I end up like clicking up with him. We both played sports. He was a good basketball player, and I thought he was a cool dude. He was different from most up in there.
Right.
Um, yeah. So with that being said, like that's my little summary of Key Rock, and number good things to say. That's my brother, definitely like a little brother to me.
Right. Um, so are you currently on parole?
No, ma'am. No, I'm not.
Okay.
I was on probation upon being released. Supposed to have been like 8 months. I ended up staying on for 2 years. Not nothing that I did at all. Never gave a dirty urine. Never got in any more trouble. For some reason, that's just the process of, I guess, the penal system being on probation. But I end up completing it. 2 years. I was stuck on it for 2 years, and I was recently released from probation. So that's a good thing.
And that is fantastic. So how long ago were
Yeah.
you were released from prison?
It haven't been 2 years yet for sure,
Okay.
but I was released from prison June 2022, and
Okay.
I went into prison 2006. I got
Right.
locked up November 2006, and I was released June 2022.
Okay. So did you do your transition while you were in prison fully, or did you start it in
Um,
prison?
um, yeah, I did. I did a whole lot of research. What basically I took um testosterone shots,
Okay.
testosterone shots for probably like 6 months in prison.
Okay.
Prior to me trying the shots, I did tons of research on it. I actually was one of the first or second studs that tried to receive treatment up in there. It was another stud, some not stud, sorry about that, trans man, guy named Yoko. Um
Okay.
he was the first, paved the way for a lot of people. I was the second. And I say that to say I tried it for 6 months because I wanted to try it to like just enhance my gender, which
Right.
already male, enhance my personality, just match like my description and match and mask who I am. So with that being said, I tried it for 6 months, and my last 6 months I got off it because I wanted to see how I would do with working properly, eating properly, being released, being able to eat good food, work
Right.
out, not receive no type of treatment or medicine. So I stopped taking them. And prior to that, I always had hair and always had all the type of masculine like features that I have.
Right. Right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So did you get to see Brittany and Rock's relationship in prison, like firsthand? Did you get to see them
Yeah,
interact and stuff? And what did you think about
yeah,
their relationship?
yeah. Yeah, I'm smiling. I'm smiling because I'm proud of them. Like honestly, I'm proud of them for keeping it tight and sticking it out and like still riding because it ain't easy. Whether you're in there or out here, it ain't easy. And yeah, I experienced it firsthand. I actually lived with them for a long time in a pod, probably like definitely over a year, probably 13, 14 months. So yeah, I experienced it on firsthand. And they definitely was crazy, dangerously, crazily in love with each other.
I mean,
Yeah,
I see their love. They are one of my
yeah.
favorite couples, I have to admit. Okay. And
Uh-huh.
we see them fight, okay, because of course they have to edit it for the drama. But
Uh-huh.
when they have their good scenes,
Hmm.
they make me cry. Honestly, they make me cry. When Key Rock did the whole skydiving to propose to her and everything, I was
Yes.
scared shitless for her, but I was
Yeah.
crying at the end. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
they can make you cry. So
Yeah.
I could see the love is there. Now,
Yeah.
when you were behind bars with them, okay,
Uh-huh.
was there drama from like outside forces, maybe trying to break them up or
Absolutely.
anything? Okay. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. For the Department of Corrections to be a place of correction,
Right.
whether it's staff members or offenders. Like nobody take that to heart, and nobody really tried to correct themselves up in there. You got a few out of many, and I say that to say absolutely, they ran across a lot of hardships, a lot of turmoil, and a lot of messy stuff in regards to like their relationship and people trying to get into like what they got going on, and
Right.
which was love in there where you seen love. So
Right.
anytime you are lighting or you displaying or like showing the world that you happy, like 9 chances out of 10, you're gonna have attacks coming from every angle. So put yourself in a situation in the box surrounded by 60 different females, stuck in one pod, sharing 2 toilets, sharing
Yeah.
3 sinks, all
Mm-hmm.
these different personalities, everybody on a menstrual. So imagine that. So yeah,
Yep.
just man, they can be minding their own business, not
60
bothering nobody.
females just mad because they have their period.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, Kiki. You
So
already know how I go.
I
And
already know how it
mad,
goes.
females just mad cause Kerok and Britney smiling, um, while incarcerated,
Right.
enjoying themselves
Right.
while incarcerated. Um, just happy and just keeping it together tight. Brittany a router. Brittany a router. I like Brittany
Yeah.
a lot. Key Rock definitely love her too. He's a rider for her. I'm just proud of him for real. Cause you don't
Yeah,
see it
me
a lot.
too. Me too.
Yeah, I'm
I'm really
proud of
proud of them.
him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Cloud, let's get into your drama behind bars. Unfortunately, with someone that we all know, EB. Okay. Did you have
Okay.
drama? Let's get into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a little drama going on. As quick as it comes, as quick as it go though, for me. And I say that to say, yeah, some real life. We had an incident one time in regards to one of one of the females I was dealing with. Make a long story short, I was in a pod. I was dealing with a girl from DC, right?
Okay.
I
Okay.
I was the pod that I was in. I had another little friend that was from DC that I was creeping with, dealing with, whatever. When my main broad from DC moved to the pod or down in the building, and she found out that I was in the pod with my other friend, she ended up doing some little shiesty shit and filled out an emergency grievance in regards to like saying that the girl was harassing me. So
Mm,
anytime you do emergency grievance up in there, you say something about prayer or someone like verbally harassing you,
right.
whatever the case may be, they automatically pack the person up. So I say that to say, my girl, my shorty asked me, "Hey, you need to get out that pod. You over there with her? You need to pack up, go to say get." I'm not going nowhere. I'm in college. I'm chilling. Whatever the case may be, I ain't busting no move. She wrote the grievance. They told the girl to pack up. When they told the girl to pack up, they end up moving the girl in the pod with my main girl. They both from
Okay.
DT. So when the girl go over there with my girl, she get all my girl, all the little kites and stuff I wrote her or whatever. At this time, me and EB was roommates, and at this time, EB was real tight the girl I was creeping. So I say that to say he basically had came to me and was like, "Man, that's messed up what your girl did. She prayed such and such, you know." And I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna let females be females. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's something she did, you know." And with that being said, he was very like aggressive and very like adamant about like being into this situation that I got going on in regards to his acquaintance, his friend, and my two friends, you know what I'm saying? My two
Right.
girly friends or whatever.
Okay.
So I say
So,
that to
girl
say,
number two was friends with EB, basically.
yes,
Okay,
girl number
because
two,
yeah, because we have two girls from DC, these
yes,
DMV girls who don't play. Because I know about DMV girls, they don't
they
play.
don't play. They
Okay, so
don't,
we got girl number one,
yes,
okay,
ma'am.
and girl number
Yeah,
two, and girl
yeah,
number two is comparing notes with girl number one, basically.
yes,
Okay,
cause
and then
yes,
we have EB for some reason very upset because he's friends with girl number two.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yes. So he spoke his piece. He felt like it was messed up. I told him that I'm gonna let females be females. I ain't got no control over what nobody else do. Even in regards to
even though technically you were in the wrong because you were messing with two females, but
yes.
okay, okay,
Um, somewhat
somewhat,
because
okay,
somewhat because
okay,
girl number one, I was with her for 3 to 4 years from DC, and she was a good female. However, she had cheated on me with one
okay,
of my good friends.
okay,
So
okay,
I didn't never like all the way cut her off. We went through our little whatever, but I ain't cut her off because that was my friend and I was comfortable and I don't jump back and forth like that, female to female up in there. I was in an 8-year relationship, then a 4-year relationship with girl one, right?
right,
Uh,
right,
so of course we was friends. So even though she did what she did, I forgave her. But I was at the point where I'm gonna do me now, right?
exactly, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. So then he decides to put his two bits in with you and get
yeah,
all aggressive. Okay,
yeah.
then what happened?
Yeah, he decided to voice his opinion about it or whatever and get super aggressive about it. But in regards to all this going on and the two girls at the vestibule, in prison talking at the table, he have words with girl number one and say, hey,
Okay.
that was fucked up what you did.
Right.
When I see you tomorrow at child, I'ma smack you. So
Oh,
remind you, yeah, so
really
remind you,
aggressive.
even though,
Okay.
yeah, so remind you, even though girl number one and I ain't together, that's
Right.
still my dog. We still tight. I don't care what she did. Loyalty over love. We was
Right.
tight at the moment. So I say that to say, I just turn around and look, I know you're not talking to L. I know you're not talking to Mines. And he like, yes, he is. It's him and like five other females like gathered around because that big issue just happened, right? Or the packing up and stuff.
Right.
And before I know it, he turned, yes, I am. And when I see her, I'm a smacker. And if you want some, and before I know it, I two-pieced his ass and almost knocked his ass out. He
Oh,
instantly
wow.
stumbled. The water found and caught him. He grabbed his mouth. Blood was everywhere. And the girls that was behind him jumped on me or jumped at me. And we was goddamn brawling for a second. I'll
And
never
there was a
forget.
brawl.
Some like they was
Yeah.
windmilling shit.
Yeah.
No, he ain't do shit. He was stuck. He was stuck. He was hit, mouth bleeding and shit. And the girl that he was fucking at the time jumped on me, her and like two other girls. But it was another girl, Alicia Jones, right there.
Right.
Jasmine jumped on me. Alicia Jones, like, no, I ain't letting y'all bank them. You know what I mean? And they kind of like diffuse, excuse me, diffuse the
So,
situation.
needless to say, you guys won't be sending Christmas cards to each other, right? But
uh,
all that is in the past, right? Everything is in the past.
yeah,
What do
most.
you have going on now? Like,
What do
what's
I?
going on work wise?
Oh, good question. Oh, this is the time to sell myself, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously though, what I got going on right now, to be totally honest with you, it haven't been 2 years since I've been home. Since coming home, I haven't gave myself a chance, as far as with self. Um, so I
How
say that
hard has it been to transition back into society since you've
it
been
been very
released?
it been very hard. That's what I was getting at. I never took the time to adjust, and I never took the time to like really take my time into upon being released from prison. You know what I mean? And I say
Right.
that this I came out to my wife, to my girl that I was with in there for 2 years. When she went home, she held me down for 24 months. When I came home, I went straight to her to the beach for a year. And I focused on my wife, focused on my family. I didn't focus on myself. Unfortunately, I'm legally married. I'm still, we separated and we've been separated for a while. But fortunately, I came back to Richmond and I took on the responsibility of being like somewhat the head in my family. So I
Right.
put my family first again. And I didn't have the time to adjust. So 2024 of this year, January, I started focusing on self. I got my own business. It's called 17 Solid Logistics. It's an independent contracting delivery service, and I deliver stuff. Other than
Okay.
that, I'm working on a nonprofit. It's in my coat pocket or something. I'm working on a nonprofit. It's called Ally and Us, and that's being a voice for prisoners who don't have a voice, but only to the stuff they're entitled to. I say that to say, I be working. I done had a lot of jobs, all the best jobs, Amazon, um, True Green, installing HVAC, electrical jobs. However, give me one of them Jones too, my G. However, cool. However, I say that to say, however, I have a hard time adjusting, which I noticed, like with keeping the job, and it ain't more so of me being incapable of me having an issue mentally or something like that. It's not that. It's more so facing the discrimination upon
Okay.
being released and being out here, whether it's my background or whether it's because like I'm gender non-conforming or whatever.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is it okay if I spot my
yeah.
cigarette?
Yeah. Go ahead. That's fine.
Thanks.
Um. So, what message would you give to someone that is about to be released after being incarcerated for a long time, like you were?
The message, the message I'll get someone that is ready to be released from being incarcerated. Um, uh, what would I tell you? What I'll tell you is definitely put yourself first, number one. Number two, definitely know that you are capable of doing anything that you put your mind to. I'll be sitting here lying saying that I had an issue. After doing 17 years, I'll be sitting here saying that I really had a serious issue with what would be the word? You know how people well, I'm a convicted felony, I can't do this, I can't do that. Or they think just because you was incarcerated, you can't come out here and be someone, you can't
Right.
come out here and be a productive citizen. You don't have to partake and be a part of that percentage of um going back into the penal system, and you can do it. So when you come out here, put yourself first and definitely just do what you got to do because it ain't hard. I was
And when
supposed to
you say
be
putting yourself first, what do
uh-huh.
you mean specifically? Like,
When I say put yourself first, I definitely mean like put your happiness and whatever your philosophy of life is, stand on that, because who's to say what the next person law or philosophy of life is right, you know? So
exactly,
I
yes.
yeah, yes, ma'am. I just say whatever you are, whatever you doing, just do it wholeheartedly and do it authentically. Don't be afraid to learn from other people. Some of the greatest people, some of the greatest writers, greatest philosophers, greatest like people in that 1% bracket to tell you like, hey, I study such and such to learn about this, or I mimic or mock such and such to learn how to write better or whatever. Like
Right.
don't get offended from learning from other people, and don't get offended from not knowing. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
can do it, and just know like also all the great people failed at things. They ain't get it right to the 101 one
That is so
time. How you
true.
say it?
Yep.
101 time.
Yep. That is so
You
true.
know?
Yeah, I know
So
what you mean.
so yeah.
So, what are your
Yeah,
5 year
yes,
goals?
ma'am.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Truly, I see myself being a millionaire in 5 years. I ain't even gonna cap.
Okay.
I definitely see it. I definitely have the vision, and I'm definitely gunning to do it. I don't think it's hard to get $1 million. I think it's 101 ways to do it, and I feel
So,
like
what's
choose
your
one. It's a
vision to
hundred.
get $1 million?
My vision is just paying it forward and just doing what my God tell me to do. Believe it or not, I'm truly aligned. Um, God is real. People call
Okay.
him many
Yes.
different things, but I truly believe it's only one. And I say that to say, like with him, the way I deal with him and my spiritual relation that I have with him, he drop it in my lap and show me the way. So with that being said, like I definitely see myself in 5 years, like taking off with 17 Solid Logistics, taking off with Ally and Us, the nonprofit. If I do
Right.
what I'm supposed to do and do what he tell me to do, is he my cup gonna overrun, and I know it, and I'm gonna be plentiful, like heaven on earth. You know what I mean? I truly believe it. I got heaven on earth now because I'm breathing. I'm thankful. Shit, I be broke as hell, and it's all good. But I can't
Yeah.
take no money from me. But I know how to gear it and get towards it, and it's just following him and doing what he tell me to do. And I've seen it within the last 4 or 5 months of putting myself first. I've seen it. He showed me, and it literally falls in my lap like this opportunity. And I'm thankful to talk to you. Just the opportunity. You never know where this will take me. You know what I mean? So I say that to say, Kiki, like little stuff like this.
Thank you
Key
so
Rock always,
much. And I'm very
yeah.
happy to meet you. I'm always
I'm
happy
happy to
to,
meet you.
sit here and just talk to people and learn about their stories. And
Yes, ma'am.
I wish you nothing but the best. I really, really do.
Yes, ma'am.
And before I let
Yes,
you
ma'am.
go, do you have a final message for my subscribers and for the fans of the show?
Yeah, yeah. I actually do.
Okay.
I got an announcement to make. I'm trying to be on the next season of Life After Lockup with my bro Key Rock. And this shit ain't for fun. Like anybody that's up in there, y'all know. Like, oh, that's crazy. They definitely know. Like me and him, we ain't never had no issues. We always be tight. We always have been tight. I'm a little older than him. I'm 36. I say that to say, so we was kind of like on two different pages just because he was younger. That's all. So I say that to say, but when we clicked up, we definitely took each other to the next level. And I'm looking forward to being on the show with him. That's my brother. I was supposed to be on the first episode in the season with him, but I ain't into the cameras. I'm very shy, believe it or not. Ain't my style. But I wanted to make that announcement. Look forward to seeing me, Cloud,
And
coming.
we look forward to seeing you. That's very exciting that
Yes, yes,
you're gonna be on the next season, because word on the street, Brittany and Kerok are filming for the next season of Life After Lockup. So that is really,
yeah,
really cool. So
yeah,
can't wait to see
yeah,
you. Can't wait to hear your story on TV
yeah.
and, national TV. And that's really, really cool. That's
Yes,
really
ma'am.
cool. So thank you for joining me. Thank you
No
guys for
problem.
watching, and see you next time. Bye,
Thank,
everybody.
thank you, Kiki. I enjoyed.